Hello and welcome everyone to my Let's Play Tomb Raider 3 The Adventures of Lara Croft. This is Elgrace115 speaking. Here is River Ganges in a nutshell. And that's the end of the road for Lara. So not only did we finally see a piranha death, which by the way looks really hilarious, we have also seen the following level in its entirety. This is how big the level is. It is ironically the shortest of the 3 levels so far. But as you might have imagined, the challenge is getting across without dropping into the water at any point in the level. So let me just load here the beginning of the level. As you can see, our save count has increased dramatically. The reason is that I have oversaved my beginning of this level, just after we finished Temple Ruins last time, by mistake whilst doing some tests in the trial run of this level. So what I had to do is I had to replay the Temple Ruins level in its entirety from the beginning and finish it just like I finished it before, meaning expending all my shotgun shells, not using any health packs, and of course finding everything. Although this time I believe I have managed to finish it in 34 minutes, so our final time count at the very end of this playthrough will be somewhat shorter. Now, you might be wondering, like, why am I not touching the quad bike? You know, it's like right over there. Do I not like quad bikes? I love it. Unfortunately, the first secret of the level has taken it upon itself to place itself here on the other side of the river. And whilst Lara was being dragged by the current across this, you might have noticed all these platforms and ledges all around us. These are not here by accident. These will take us to that first secret. What's worse, your biggest enemy here is the ceiling. There is absolutely no telling from some positions when Lara will hit her head and ultimately end up swimming in the river. Well, being dragged by it more like. So you have to be extremely careful, line up Lara just correctly. Now, I've been saying this in Jungle and Temple Ruins. Angled jumps in Tomb Raider 3 are a necessity to be mastered, otherwise you will not make much progress. This, I believe, was actually the hardest jump, which we'll have to overcome again on our way back. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, there are a couple of sliding platforms over here. Of course, they're all littered with spikes beneath, but remember to tilt Lara to the right and she should always end up sliding forward, making sure that should you jump a bit too early you can still grab onto this final ledge. Okay, no need to set yourself on fire, Lara. Okay, so our reward being shotgun shells, health crystal, and a large health pack. Unlike in Tomb Raider 2, large health packs actually really rare in Tomb Raider 3, which I think makes a lot of sense. In Tomb Raider 2, there were almost as many large health packs as small health packs. That to me was a mystery. But now, large health packs are really rare. Actually, let me see, I believe we have only 4 of them. And we haven't used any, yeah? So, you will end up treasuring every single one of them. And we just made the most difficult jump. Great! Let's make sure we do not mess up any of the following. Now, the tricky thing about this level is that the non-linearity I keep talking about has been taken to an entirely new level. Pun intended. What I mean by that is there will come a point in the level, actually very soon, when you'll have to take either the right or the left path. Now, the left path will contain a secret, the right path will not. So if you look at the stat screen here, what we have found was the first secret out of 5. You can only find 4 secrets if you take the right path, you can find all 5 secrets if you take the left path. I think this is really not a nice move from the developers. You know, you have no clue which path contains the secret, of course. You end up taking one and oversaving your save file, you're screwed. You are not going to find all the secrets. You can still unlock the final secret level of the game, because there is one level later on in a different geographic location that has plus one more level over its total secret count. Plus one more secret over its total secret count. So you can make up for that. But still, what they should have done is they should have pretended this level has maybe 4 secrets maximum and keep the 5 secrets in here, meaning if you take the right path you can still find all 4 secrets instead of all 5 secrets out of 4, if that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. First, we can check the debris damage that happened when Tony, the poor guy who was actually brutally assaulted by Lara, started doing his voodoo magic. Actually, the rubble has different textures now. It used to have elephant carvings in the cutscene. Now it has the naked goddess. I'm not sure why they did not keep it consistent, but well, there you have it. Also, if you noticed in the Temple Ruins ending cutscene, they used a lot of Lara's grounds and sounds from Tomb Raider 2, and even the gunfire from her pistols was the sound from Tomb Raider 2. It seems like they made the cutscenes first and the levels later, and back then they didn't really record the new pistol sounds, which, oh my god, by the way, sound absolutely amazing. It feels like they have a genuine impact, and there's also smoke rising from them and they are cooling down. That just, you know, makes them so much more enjoyable to use than those pea shooters in Tomb Raider 1 and 2. Okay, now this might be a good time to actually just, you know, have a little crash course, hopefully without any kind of crashing, on the controls of the quad bike. The control action key moves you forward, alt jump key moves you backward, you steer with the directional keys, and there is also a handbrake using the sprint key. Whilst holding the handbrake, you can rev up the engine by using the accelerate button. Release the handbrake and Lara will make what I refer to as turbo jump. She will jump on the quad bike much faster than she would have otherwise. And this will actually be needed for some of the obstacles in here. For those of you who did not play Lara's Home, or if you were like me, back in times without internet, I played Lara's Home. I had no idea there's a quad bike racetrack in there at all. I had no idea how to obtain the racetrack key. Finding the quad bike here in River Ganges was my first experience with the quad bike, so you can imagine I wasn't doing too well. I didn't have the opportunity to practice in Lara's Home. And yeah, so you can drop flares into these pits to explore if there is something in them. If you do happen to explore the very second pit, you will be rewarded with the second secret, so just keep a note of that. But yeah, also throwing flares into pits is a good example of the dynamic lightning in Tomb Raider 3. I mean, it's really works great, I think. On the PC version, mind you. The PS1 version, it's a disaster. Okay, so just 3 pickups here, and we can get up swiftly on that quad bike, so we can continue. Unfortunately, the way this level is designed, you might be thinking, oh yeah, you know, let's just finish the entirety of the level on a quad bike, let's try and make it across as fast as possible. It would be such a great deal of fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, as I said, unfortunately the way it is designed requires you to dismount the bike quite frequently because of some obstacles that cannot be overcome with the quad bike itself. And that I find to be a terrible shame. But there you have it. Okay, no need to make a special jump in here, just a normal one. Yeah, Lara makes these jumps automatically. She kind of lifts the quad bike with her body, if you notice that. And yeah, so just make sure you have a certain amount of speed when next to the edge and you should be fine. Oh, actually, this is the kind of jump we'll only be able to make with the turbo jump using the handbrake sprint key. Okay, so let me demonstrate. There we go. Once you're standing still, hold the sprint key, now hold the accelerate key, release the sprint key when the time's right, and boom, there you go. See what difference that makes over a normal common jump. Of course, there's a gate now. This is what I was talking about. We have to dismount the quad bike and overcome this obstacle on foot. Actually, if you look up top, you'll see a hole in the ceiling. This is where we'll be dropping from. very soon. But first of all, you might be thinking, oh, you are so smart, you have discovered a secret on the left over here. No, exactly, this is a way for us to continue. This is entirely necessary, unfortunately. Yeah, I think you need to make a grabbing jump here, not entirely sure. Yeah, either way, watch out for cobras, even though a health crystal is relatively close by. Okay, nothing will surprise us after Temple Ruins, I think, in all honesty. Okay, and let's just move forward. Actually, instead of climbing up, I could have used the crawl up function, and Lara would enter into a crawl. Would save us perhaps a fraction of a second, but still, good idea to be aware of it. Okay, let's not drop from the ceiling just yet, because we have a cobra to take care of. Wow, very close. Next to it, should you get poisoned, is a small health pack, kindly placed, and there are two holes you can go. One would just take us where I've showed you the hole from below, so there's no point in going there. Instead, let's go here. We find ourselves behind the gate. Now, if you're poisoned, just grab the health crystal right over there. That should save you health pack. Press this ornate looking button. It looks really amazing. It will light up once you press it. And be very careful. The moment you do that, these two bastards will spawn. Now, if you end up mounting the quad bike and running over these poor little monkeys, you will be awarded with no kills whatsoever. This is exactly like the snow scooter in Tomb Raider 2, where if you were running through any of the Bartoli's henchmen, you would be awarded no kill. I have no idea if this is intentional or not, if this is some engine issue they have not yet fixed, or they kept this deliberately. Either way, if you are interested in the kill count statistic, mind you, do not run over the enemies. Make sure you dismount, shoot first, and start asking questions later. Okay, we can get a few pot shots at this bastard from across the shore. Be very careful you don't start shooting too early, or the monkey will just hide behind the corner on the left and you will not be able to kill it. Or if you start shooting too late, it will drop into a hole in the ground that's over there. Once again, you will not be able to kill it. Well, not now, you will later, but I don't want to risk it just somehow disappearing. We want to get all kills. Anyway, as you can notice, we are not going to make this jump, not by any stretch of imagination. Instead, what we will do is we can get our hands on the quad bike and make a jump using the quad bike. However, this is exactly the point in the level I've been talking about. You can either go left or you can go right. Once you do, you cannot go back. So be very careful. What we want to do here is take the left path, because the left path is the one that holds the secret. You can collect the save/health crystal on the quad bike or on the foot, doesn't really matter. So we'll go left because of that secret, but I will try to cover what would happen if you were to go right as well. Thing is, I'm not sure if many people are aware of this, but it is possible, it is entirely possible, and therefore our sacred duty now in this kind of playthrough to explore both areas of the level. We will explore the left path, and then there is a particular point in the level where you can make it across the River Ganges to the right part. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be exploring the left path. The reason is the secret right opposite of us, the crawl space over there. That is the entire reason the left part is a good place to go to, although I consider myself right path to be far more interesting. Here you have just a few quad bike ramps, but in the right path you have an interesting Templar ruins with cobras, monkeys, that kind of thing. But as I said, you can basically finish this level very quickly. I think we've already made it almost through half of it, if you just stick to your designed path and keep on going. I will, however, try to get onto the right path as well and show you all the kills. Actually, majority of the kills in this level are there, and also quite a few pickups. This way we'll have absolutely everything this level has to offer. So, yay! Looking forward to it. Although I will have to save at least once, I will probably save twice. The reason is exactly what I just described here. To make it across the river in this sort of non-intended path is incredibly challenging, and yeah, you have to line up Lara just perfectly. Now, if you don't know whether Lara will make the normal jump or not, there is absolutely no reason for you to be taking risks, is there? Just use the sprint jump and... ooh, okay, turbo jump, sorry for the expression. And you'll make it across, guaranteed. Now this is an interesting area. We can go left or we can go right. Either way, we'll have to go up this ramp. Once again, if you are interested in all the kills and pickups, please dismount over here. What we want to see is a little lush forest area to explore. The cave you see over there, that's actually a very interesting one. It's a cobra hideout. Will be there later on in the level. But first, I'm more interested in the area next to the large tree over here. The reason is, you might see it from here, there is a pair of Uzi clips, that's all. So, to get there you will have to make a really darn good jump, as you have just seen, across. Now before you pick up the Uzi clips, keep your guns unholstered. There they are, a new kind of enemy, vultures, just flying, trying to feed on corpses. The interesting part is, if they fall into the water, the current will not take them, however the blood ripple will start showing. I really love the blood ripple effect on water, it's really amazing and immersive. And Lara is shooting through what you might think is a solid wall or ceiling, but no, the trees there are just a texture, they are not an actual tile for us to step onto. So Lara is even able to shoot and, of course, aim through it, which is really handy. Okay, and now we just have to make the jump back. I think the jump back should be a wee bit easier. Let's see. Okay, yeah, easier because we were in a bit of an elevated position as opposed to the original one. Okay, make sure you do not start sliding on this piece of the tree, otherwise Lara will very likely just drop into the river Ganges again. Yeah, I will probably count the introduction as a death, even though intentional. I just want to show you the sprawling expanse of the river. Lara taking a dip in probably the world's dirtiest river is... wow, that's actually really scary. Many people in India still hold it sacred, so they bury their dead in there. Others, they just pollute it with trash and that kind of thing. So as you can imagine, the river itself is not really being taken care of too well. And as a result, it's more like a toxic sludge nowadays. It's not as clean a river as this game would have you believe. You can also jump on the treetop over here, but you would really get nowhere. But, you know, it's there. Careful of the leaves. As I said, they are not a solid piece of tile, they are just a texture to sort of confuse you. So, take it very carefully here. Very, very careful. Now for this first ramp, I suggest you just accelerate normally and then start braking in immediately. If you would make a sprint key turbo jump, you would probably end up falling into the river. The reason is you'll need a bit of run up and a precise positioning for this jump. For this one you'll have to use the turbo. So let's do just that. Whew, okay, great. Let's not get overzealous. Also, let's avoid the health crystal for now. And let's dismount. You might have noticed the ladder textures over here. The reason is we are going to explore a cobra's little hidey hole. Oh, let's see if we can drop like this. Oh my god. Oof, okay, good thing I checked. Yeah, just grab the ladder, Lara. The ladder itself extends a bit beyond above the textures themselves, which is handy. Otherwise we can really position Lara properly. Okay, and the reason I decided to keep the crystal there is that there will be a cobra in here. As you can see, there's nothing. But the moment you move on to this tile, it will just spawn. This is, I guess, how they tackled memory issues back then, you know, just spawning enemies when the developers think you would have actually been able to see them. No reason to have them in earlier. Ah, beautiful. Every shot counted. So as you can see, if Lara hits with all of them, it takes only 4 shots from the pistols to kill a cobra. Yeah. And the entire treasure it was guarding was just a pair of Desert Eagle clips. Yeah, so there you go, that's the entire treasure trove. Should you get poisoned, you can now get back and use that health crystal to cure that. Or if you are a PlayStation 1 player, well, my condolences. Okay, and I'm not really entirely honest if we need to make a turbo jump here or not. So in such cases, make the turbo jump. You're not gonna regret it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think it had to be done like that. Otherwise, ooh, we would have fared poorly. Now, over here is a way to the fourth secret. Now we are really nearing the end right now. Let's take the stone steps over here. I don't think going through the left would be very safe. We probably would have crashed and exploded, which by the way is a hilarious thing when it happens. However, we've made some decent progress without saving, so I would really hate for it to happen right now. And oh my god, you probably hear them and even see them. Vultures are back. My god, you're ugly. You look like a constipated chicken. Okay, so yeah, they're not much of a threat. I don't think we've actually seen tigers since the jungle level. Huh, that's really strange. I would expect them to be, well, kind of more common, really. But no, if there's something this level loves, it's monkeys. You might not know why, because we took the left path, but boy, when we'll start exploring the right path, you'll soon see what I mean by that. Now yeah, so the way to the fourth secret is a bit of a tricky one, and by bit of a tricky one, I mean absolutely disastrously tricky one. We need to align Lara just perfectly, because this is a big jump, as in enormous. Let's see. Ooh, good. Very well done. Also, in some cases, the later you press the action key to grab a ledge, the more distance you're actually gonna cover. So it's a little timed challenge that can improve upon you closing large gaps more successfully. And there we go. Just shimmy to the right, and we made it to what I believe is the fourth secret. So yeah, the secrets are really clustered together closely. There we go. Lovely. And what do we find here? Oh yeah, Desert Eagle clips and a small health pack. You know, it's really strange. This is the third level of the game, and all we have is the shotgun. You know, we haven't actually found any new weapon since then. I find this to be a really strange decision. I mean, in Tomb Raider 2, we've started the game with a shotgun. And we got our hands on automatic pistols in the second level, in the Venice. Here, everything just seems to take ages. I'm not sure why. Either way, oh yeah, oh dear god, I need to focus now. The way back, okay, so, super nervous about this. Let's see. We need to make a running jump onto this platform, tilt Lara in the right direction so she slides forward. Actually, even sliding backward would not be much of an issue, I think. And now we need to, make this jump again, but this time it should be easier. Just like when returning from the ledge with the Uzi clips where the two vultures attacked us beneath the tree canopy, the way back should be easier because we are in a slightly elevated position. There is also an iron grate over there, whose purpose I do not really understand. You can use these blocks to climb up if you want, if you park the quad bike out there. But that's really it. I don't know why there's an iron grate, why not a normal stone platform. Huh. Well, adds a little bit of variety, I guess. Oh, by the way, what I managed to do in my trial run when I was running over enemies to test if we will get kills or not, and we found that we will not, if the vultures get close enough, you can actually run over them with a quad bike. I really advise you to do that, you know, just for the fun. It's really hilarious when you are doing nothing, just sitting on a quad bike, minding your own business, and suddenly this vulture swoops in from above, thinking how smart he is, and dies when he touches you. It's really hilarious. Yeah, 2 more monkeys, and if you're not interested in, you know, getting everything, if you're not a completionist, or if you are just after all the secrets, which I think majority people are, not after every single kill and pickup, then just continue over here. This is the end of the quad bike. We can just leave it parked there, to be honest. We will not be using it anymore. Now the real challenge comes. Let's leave the health crystal for later, because as I said, we'll be going back through this way. What we see there is the end of the right path we could have taken close to the beginning of the level. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna save the game right here. I I hope you'll forgive me. But if you'll see what's up ahead, I think you'll understand. This is the workaround, which, by the way, I have managed to discover on my own when I was experimenting. I was like, there must be a way to get across. And yeah, this is not what was supposed to happen, of course. But yeah, this is a workaround on how to get across. However, I have never ever figured out how to get back. That will be even more difficult than it is now. But thanks to Stella's Tomb Raider's net, I did manage to find out a way how to get back. Okay, so if you'll just bear with me. Wow, now that was perfect. That was actually pretty damn amazing. Usually Lara will have to glitch herself onto that platform, but this time, nicely done. Okay, so there's the green tile over here. Yeah, this leads to the final area. That's actually where we got stuck when we decided to take a plunge into the river at the very beginning. And that's the barrier where the piranhas have eaten us alive. So yeah, we've come all this journey with the quad bike, whereas it was so close all along if you just let the water current take you. Whew, okay, now no reason to climb up here because it's narrow ledge. Just get into the safe brown corner of the roots over here. The reason I'm going here is, well, two pickups. Uzi clips and harpoon gun ammo. Well, harpoons. Why did I say harpoon gun ammo? I have no idea. Okay, because I just love talking too much. Now, the challenge is getting across there. Once again, this is what I found out from Stella's Tomb Raider site. All the credit goes to her, as far as I'm aware. We need to make a running jump, but do not grab the ledge, because that will make Lara not cover a sufficient distance. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, if we would have been positioned a bit to the left, which you might be wondering why I didn't do that, I mean, it was a bit higher in elevation, we would enter on this narrow ledge and slide down into the river. That's exactly why I didn't do it. Oh my god, okay, I was worried she would jump into the river. That wouldn't be great, would it? Okay, but we made it across to the other side. We just broke all the rules, we tore down the fourth wall. We are somewhere we are not supposed to be at all. This is very exciting. And as you can see, as soon as we enter here, monkeys will spawn, because we were supposed to arrive here from the other way. I mean, this is really fascinating to me to watch the level play out in an entirely different, unintended order. So yeah, now we've explored the left path, and we will explore the right path. As you can see, it looks fascinating. There is a courtyard with a temple. Here we would also be driving a quad bike through a couple of ramps. The challenge here is opening up many gates to allow the quad bike to get through. Unfortunately, all the gates are locked in here. As you can see, there is quicksand over there. No reason to get dunked in it. What we need to think about now is verticality. We need to get up. And if we just look behind us, we see this majestic tree growing here with mighty roots and branches. We are going to use those branches to our advantage. You can even go there to the other courtyard, but we'll do that later. And there is a specific order I decided to explore things in, which I think is very time efficient and also avoid some kind of confusion. Okay, fire-breathing statue, that's not a good sign. Above it, however, we have a room with two of these little bastards. A key. Strangely enough, it looks different than the Ganesha keys in the temple ruins. This one has a genuine monkey face imprinted on it. It just says gate key, but I love it. I think it looks really hilarious. As soon as you pick it up, yes, the monkey face was kind of a hint. Monkeys will spawn. Oh my god, you died twice. I'm sorry. Okay. And there should be a rocket over here for the rocket launcher. Oh my god. I think that explosive weapons like a rocket launcher and grenade launcher have the same glitch like grenade launcher did in Tomb Raider 2. That is, you kill an enemy with it, you get registered 2 kills. Whether intentional or not, this completely screws up our kill count. So I will probably have to refrain from using them. We'll see. I know the glitch was still active in PS1 version I've been playing, so we'll see how that's gonna behave in the PC version. Okay, and there should be 2 more cute monkeys here. Okay, I think we first have to press another one of these amazing switches. Okay, and we opened a gate. Oh, there it is, you bastard. We opened a gate for a quad bike to pass through, which really, at this point, is really rather obsolete, but there you have it. And 3 more monkeys. As I said, this level loves monkeys. Now you know exactly what I meant by it. Or it hates monkeys, it's difficult to say. These are not the pacifist monkeys from the jungles. As I pointed out in Temple Ruins, these have white feet and legs and arms. So, this is really a monkey genocide. A mean monkey business. I'm sorry, I don't know any good monkey puns, I'm afraid. Once again, be careful about the leaves over here. They are a texture, but they are not a solid platform. And let's just get across. Okay, there seems to be really nothing on this ledge over here. Huh. Strange. I thought there would be shotgun shells in here. Maybe it's the other one. We'll check that out. Either way, we need to drop down safely somehow. There is a hole in there which I would not want to fall into from this exact height. Monkey, of course. I mean, does it even surprise anyone? I think they could have, you know, spiced it up a little with at least some tigers or something like that. But yeah, there are actually, I'm not exaggerating, there are 26 monkeys in this level. I'm dead serious. 26 bloody monkeys. It's an enormous amount. Let's put it like this. I mean, there were only 19 kills in the jungle level and 30 kills in the Temple Ruins alone. Oh dear God. Can we climb out? Okay, this is not good. Let's not give up hope yet. I wonder, will Lara make it? Nope. Okay, so note to make: never enter the quicksand. This time it happened by an accident, but well, at least it's confirmed now. This is a lethal quicksand that you cannot get out of, even if you keep hammering that control key anyway. Okay guys, I'll see you back at this spot. Okay, I'm back. So here we are facing the bloody quicksand pit all over again. Let me just get our hands on the health crystal over here. There we go. Okay, good. So especially this tile is really treacherous, especially considering we are standing on a solid mud, you know, not a quicksand kind of thing. But yeah, there you have it. It's as evil as it gets. Now, the way to continue is of course barred by another double iron door, but there was a hole, if you remember. I mentioned I didn't want to drop into from that height, but of course there is a safe height to drop into, like this. We find ourselves in yet another little temple. This is kind of what I meant by the right path being more interesting. It's well, it's a new ruin to explore, and that's really my favorite thing about Tomb Raiders, seriously. And there are 2 keyholes over there. They will open the large iron gate I've talked about earlier. Unfortunately, we only have 1 gate key, so there is 1 more to be found still. But that really shouldn't be a big of an issue. Now, I think there should be a couple of monkeys here as well, but... oh my god, yeah, they spawned from the other direction, of course. Oh, another one? What the hell? How many of you are there? Oh yeah, 26, I forget. Okay, so just don't forget the shotgun shells over here. They can be kind of tricky to spot on the brown texture. Something that seems to be an issue in Tomb Raider 3 quite often. And a small health pack over here. All the stuff hidden so well in plain sight. I mean, it's infuriating in a way. Okay, and there should be a 3rd monkey very soon. But that monkey, I think it will spawn once we enter this crawl space. Huh. Oh yes, there it is. And of course we cannot... Actually, let's see. If it will just keep spinning in circles, maybe we can actually kill our first enemy while crawling. Amazing. Okay, that's how we do it. It didn't seem to be able to attack us within that crawl space. Huh, very strange. Anyway, we find ourselves in a lush forest again. I'm wondering which way we should go first. Okay, yeah, okay, let's do this way, because this over here will be familiar to us. This is the beginning of the right path, where we could have decided to make the quad bike jump. And this is the little bastard we shot from the other side. This is really amazing that the corpse is still here as a reminder. Also helps a little with the orientation, you know, in environment. I think the corpses tend to disappear in the PS1 version, so another disadvantage of that. Really, PS1 was a very aged system by 1998, and it showed in a game like Tomb Raider 3. Tomb Raider 2 was absolutely fine though. Anyway, so yeah, this is where we would have gone. We can just enter the hole over here, and this is how we would have entered that temple via a crawl space. Or we could have gone forward, and this is an interesting area. This is what I refer to as hidey holes, because monkeys have the hidey hole in here. Let me just show you what I mean by that. Okay. Kind of difficult to see anything within all these different shades of green. But you know what they say, human eye can recognize more shades of green than any other kind of animal. Okay, and there we have flares and Uzi clips. I think I almost missed the flares entirely during my trial run. I could not see them, you know, in the camera angles and all this vegetation. It's really vicious in that regard. But there is another hidey hole here, and that one is up here. Once again, cleverly concealed by vegetation. There it is. The Majestic Cobra. I think it should be the final 4th Cobra in this level. Good. It did not touch us. Very nicely done. And while there are no real goodies in here, if you just have the patience to crawl through here, you will find the second gate key. I have absolutely no idea how it found its way in here. I mean, did the Cobra steal it? Did the monkey put it here, but then the Cobra chased them out? I have no idea. These are some stories of nature we will never fully comprehend. Either way, we have 2 gate keys, so yeah, you remember the room with the 2 locks? We can revisit it. There is also a path over here, which I think actually leads to the other side of that gate. Yep, exactly. And from here we would get to the quicksand area with our Majestic quad bike. Yeah, but this time we'll have to do everything on foot. Okay. So back into the temple. We'll have to crawl in there, I'm afraid. Oh yeah. So annoying to have to go to a crawl because of... Oops. Seem to have lost my way. Because of one single tile, you know. Why couldn't this have been a passage? I have no idea. But what it allowed us to do was to, you know, kill the monkey off in a crawl. That to me will be memorable for some reason. Okay. Now, as you can see, the statues are on fire. I imagine that was supposed to be the case all along, but since we entered from the other side, the fires did not trigger themselves. Once again, just like enemy spawns, probably to save some of that memory and for the game to perform better on older systems. Or maybe someone lit them in here. Now that's a scary thought, isn't it? And then we go! The gate is now officially open. So really, that's almost it for this area. Wait, can we jump? Yeah, we can jump out back. If we couldn't, we could just, you know, use the gate we just opened to get back. Now, I don't want to risk making an unsuccessful jump across the quicksand. I'm gonna show you a safer way to do this. To get it across, we'll use the tree, of course. Okay, and let's side jump, slide, and grab top of that green something. Good. And yeah, actually, I thought I would find shotgun shells in here, but I was gravely mistaken. They are on a different ledge. in the courtyard with a large tree. I'll just show you in a short while. Almost forgot about it. Whew. If I would have forgotten about it, I would never post this video anywhere, meaning I would have to re-record everything. Oh dear god. Actually, that never happened to me yet, that I would miss an item and have to re-record the entire level again. I had to re-record levels again because of some technical issues, because of me overwriting a save file, but never because I would miss an item in any Tomb Raider or expansion pack levels, and I want to keep it that way. The notes I'm making and the trial runs I'm making just before recording are really very useful in that regard. Now there should be one monkey in here. One lone monkey. But where on earth is it? Let's check our kill count. That's 33. Yep, we are missing one monkey that needs to be somewhere over here. The question now is how to make the bloody tyke spawn. Because further up ahead we will be fighting 3 more vultures. That will bring us to the kill count of 36. But there are 37 enemies in here. It's possible... Oh, there you are, on top of the tree, you bastard, thinking you're so smart and hiding away from us. Whew. Okay, so make a mental note of that monkey when you're playing through the level. We have 34 kills, and in the very final area, where I'm heading right now, we will be slaying 3 vultures. So that should be it for the kill count. We have just slain 26 monkeys. Lara, how do you feel about that? Yeah, she's not very talkative, again. If I wouldn't know Lara better, I would say she feels bad about herself, but let's be real, that's not happening. Okay. And now for probably the toughest jump in any Tomb Raider game ever so far. Okay, let me just save here. Yeah, this is the second time I will unfortunately save. I hope you'll forgive me. There we go, 12 saves, holy hell, and we are in the 3rd level, whereas I managed to play through Tomb Raider 2 twice with less than 50 saves. This just shows you how tougher Tomb Raider 3 is, well, for me at least, let's be honest, for everyone probably. I don't like this angle too much. Oh my goodness gracious, on the first try, I cannot believe it. Whew. The proper way to set yourself up here is to get to the very edge of that platform, make one side step to the right, and then make an angle jump and pivot Lara all the way to the right during that jump as much as you can. It all comes down to that pivoting in midair, if you can make Lara do it. Okay, this is amazing. And we just grabbed the... I think it's the final save/health crystal of the game. And yeah, so making it across the waterfall barrier we were unable to at the very beginning of the level, we see the raft that Tony was on completely broken and smashed. First of all, we are still not safe. As you might have noticed, the bastard spawning the moment we make the jump. So 3 of them, and the vultures can take a considerable beating, and they can drop Lara off from the edge, so be very careful. Okay, I'm not sure if that... Wait, there's a shadow above us. Oh my god, this is scary. I can hear you. Come down and face me. Whew, great. Okay, I'm not sure if at least one of them made it into the lake, but wow, okay. Let's check the kills. 37 kills, oh my god, yes, we have all the kills. No more enemies in this level. But still a considerable amount of pickups. Let's make a standing jump, should be enough, yep. Let's drop down here for those goodies. Yeah. This is a bundle with MP5 clips and harpoons. I need to be very careful and always check my inventory before a pickup during my trial runs, because sometimes you can have several clips on the floor, perhaps, and if they are stuck within each other, you will not know that you picked up a pickup of a different ammunition category altogether. So yeah, in this regard, whenever I see a pickup, it takes me ages to just check everything properly. It's really irritating. Such a shame they didn't carry over the 2-dimensional object sprites into Tomb Raider 3 to show in the bottom corner when you pick up something. I mean, they could have done that. If they couldn't handle 3D models, they could have just went for 2D sprites. No one would complain. At least you know what you picked up. But no. Oh well. So yeah, more harpoons, shotgun shells, a crystal, and what I believe is the last and 5th secret of the level. Oh my god, yes. And you know what, exploring the right and the left path, you know, both of them, we still are, what, like 40 minutes in? This still makes it the shortest level, I think. I would have to check how much time we spent with the jungle, but I think it was almost an hour, something along 50 minutes or so. Mind you, the small health pack over here, I love the gas sign on that box there. Tony, yeah, we don't see him anywhere, his corpse floating around. Oh, just a vulture that made it to the lake. So it probably means he made it. It probably means he's still alive, running amok with the artifact. It still probably means Lara will shoot at the poor guy the moment she sees him because she doesn't like his hairstyle. So yeah. And in order to make Lara's evil schemes come into a fruition, we need to enter a cave. Precisely caves of Kalia. Yeah, several cave system. These are sacred grounds, and these will constitute the next level of the game. And there we are, the river Ganges, both its paths fully explored, all 37 enemies killed, all 39 pickups discovered along with 5 secrets. We have not used any health packs. Unfortunately, I have had to save twice, although as it turns out the second save was not a necessity, but peace of mind is always a good thing. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found me exploring both paths in one run rather interesting, and I'll see you guys next time in a what I would refer to as the final Indian and also a boss fight level. So it's gonna be exciting indeed.